Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is your weekend tarot for Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of October 2018. This is my fifth attempt to do this reading because it seems no matter what I do, the readings I'm getting are quite complicated and quite heavy. And I don't kind of want to upload them, to tell you the truth. I keep getting the same message, which is that there will be, for the weekend, there's a kind of, and even explaining this makes it sound like really weird and negative and heavy, a kind of tussle between the individual and the collective. All right? That's what I was getting. And to just let it all go and go shopping. That's what I was getting. So let's see what we get. Fifth attempt. I'll stay here for as long as it takes. Right, 3-card Major Arcana reading. Then one from the Swords, one from the Wands, one from the Pentacles, and one from the Cups. Then one from the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. And I will then be taking a random punt at Sun energy with Globo Solare or Moon energy with Globo Lunare from my late aunt's divination cards. Now, my late aunt was born, get this, in 1914, all right? My father was a lot older than my mother, okay? Because that would make me sound really old. And she died in 1974. And she was a scholar. She was a linguist, mainly, but she had a huge interest in the esoteric and spiritual matters. And I've got here a whole bunch of notes of research that she did for a book she was going to write, because she did write a book as well as doing her scholarly work, principally translating European philosophers into English. And I've got a whole note of a whole file, great big box file of her notes for a book she was going to write about the symbolism of the apple in European folk tales. Get that? That's the kind of thing she was into. And I inherited her divination cards, amongst other things. And so I'll be pulling either the Sun card or the Moon card to kind of crown the reading. If it's the Sun card, it will be kind of make it happen. If it's the Moon card, it will be kind of let it happen. So anyway, let's see. Ooh, I don't do that. Let's see how we get on. One last shuffle, quietly. Try and quiet my mind. One more. And one last cut. Okay, here we go. High Priestess in the reverse. Lovers in the reverse. Fool in the reverse. It does not get any more simple. The more times I try, the more complicated it becomes. I don't know why I'm saying that in an Italian accent, but there we go. Perhaps because this is the tarot, the ancient Italian tarot de Marseille. Right. Right, I'm getting the same message. Now, well, this is a bit more interesting. Okay, High Priestess in the reverse, the energy we're coming in with. Now, the Priestess in the upright is spiritual knowledge and spiritual intuition and the spiritual power of compassion. And I mean, the Buddhists go on about compassion, and compassion is it, really, because once through meditation you have transcended the importance of selfhood And you realise, basically, you've had that moment of clarity when you realise that you are just another person on the street. To every other person on the planet, you're just another person. We all are. And that equality of selfhood comes. And you stop being at the centre of your own world, and you stop being at the top of the tree in your kind of hierarchy of importance. And from then on, there is only compassion to be had. That's the only like emotional possibility. After that is compassion, because you can't place anyone higher or lower than anyone else, including yourself. That's the key of that's the essence, to my mind, of the High Priestess. When the High Priestess is in the reverse, we basically have the reverse of all that. We have pathological selfishness. Oh, God. We have, for me, it's a kind of narcissism, like pathological narcissism is here. But I think what's happening is that every time I try and redo this reading, the same basic thing is presenting itself to me, but it's getting more and more intense. The first time I did it, because I had a couple of other goes where the first go just kind of didn't really, I don't know, I messed it up in some way. Second go, the phone rang, and then this is the third of my 3 like serious attempts. And the other 2, I've gone right through to the end, and like 20-25 minutes, and then just thought, you know what, no, and just cancelled it and started again. And every time I go back in, it's getting heavier, because the first time here was the Emperor in the upright. So we had kind of selfhood, self-authority, the authority of the individual over its surroundings. The second time we had the Chariot, which is kind of like, look, get out of the way, world, because I'm coming, right? Which is the same thing, it's just a more intense version of it, you know, with like big heavy iron wheels that just like crush you. Third time, here we are, we've gone from the kind of the authority of the Emperor to just like out and out freaking narcissism here. So, oh my God. Okay, so we're still dealing with the matter of self. And I mean, narcissism is malignant selfhood. It's malignant selfhood. It's when the self is so messed up, basically, that it just it just becomes this kind of Terminator. It will have its way, and if it needs to lie, cheat, gaslight, triangulate, smear, and kind of eat its own children, it will do it. So that's what woohoo, that's the energy we're coming in with. Oh my God. Okay, now the middle card here, Lovers in Reverse. This is to do with not just self. No, this is not just self. This is about trying to choose, you know, what are you in relation to other people? Okay, because we have the young man in the middle who is on the brink of shifting paradigm from being his mother's son to being this young lady's husband. He's on the brink of moving from one world to another. And you know, whether he is a son or a husband is not simply within him. It's to do with how he is seen and what his connection is to both or either of these women on either side of him. So it's not just within him. You can't be a son without a mother, and you can't be a husband without a wife. So this then is about the connections between people. And I've got to tell you, in the previous reading that I just trashed, this card, Lovers in Reverse, came up here, right? So it's back again. And to further complicate matters here, I mean, it's not really complicated that, you know, I mean, he looks of the age to be kind of moving out and, you know, setting up a home of his own. He looks the age for that. But we also have this entity, this Cupid, this Eros, And in Hindu thinking, he's called, or that entity is called Kama, which is where the Kama Sutra comes from. It's the spirit of desire, and it cannot be policed. It cannot be ruled. It cannot be controlled. It doesn't have to be acted on, I hasten to add, all the time. But you cannot help who you fall in love with, as they say. So this is not about self. This is about self in conjunction with others. And, because this is, every time I do this reading, it's getting more complicated, in conjunction with the simple matter of desire. Goodness knows where it comes from. Goodness knows. I mean, we can spot someone in the street at the age of 13 and just fall in love with them and love them for the rest of our lives. Yeah, whether we get together with them or not is another matter. It's there are no laws to it. There are no laws to it. There's no rhyme, no reason, no logic to it. So we've moved from like ultra individual here to complicated stuff to do with the individual in relation to others, and spiced up with totally illogical desire here in the middle. This is the underbelly. This is the push and the pull. And it's the same push and pull. Because in the first reading I had the Emperor here and the Empress here. In the second reading I had the Chariot here and the Sun here. So we're going all the time from the individual to the collective. Key to power this time round, Fool in reverse. Now the first time round I had the Tower in the upright. So it's just like, look, this is all just going to shake itself to pieces. Second time round, what did I have here? Yeah, Lovers in reverse. It's like, oh my God, this is really, really complicated. The key to power here is just like, look, you know what? Whatever's going on here, you'd be much better off just going down the beach. Just go down the beach, or whatever your equivalent is where you are. Go down the beach. Go out to the woods. Go down the mall. Do some window shopping. Go buy some nice food. Cook yourself some nice food. It's just like, don't get into this. Don't get into this. Now I'm going to push this through really quickly because I don't want to end up in a position where I'm basically doing a 30-minute reading telling people not to bother with like any of this because it's just too complicated. I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? So I'm going to push on and pull the sword. Okay, King of Swords. Well, yeah. Okay. First time round I had the Five of Swords. Second time round I had the Three of Swords. Now getting the King of Swords. Some discipline needs to be applied to this situation, and I would say in a very disciplined way, get yourself out, get yourself to the woods, get yourself to the beach, get yourself to the chill counter in the supermarket and get yourself something nice. Get yourself down the mall and get window shopping. Just plug your earphones in and listen to some fantastic music. But do it actively. All right. And I kept getting Globo Solare as well. I kept getting the sun energy, so it'll be interesting to see what I get this time. Some discipline needs to be brought to this situation because you could go round and round and round. This is complex. Go to the cinema. Take a decision to go to the cinema. Take a decision not to decide about any of this. Okay, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. I don't know why, but I don't get a good feeling about this. I think I'm wondering whether somebody might try to get you into an argument. I'm going to push on. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. That's better. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to pull the cup. Ace of Cups. Oh, right, okay. No, listen. No, I take back what I said about somebody trying to get you into an argument here. I think there is a God, it's happening again. It's happening again. I get to a certain point and it's all just like going, oh, and I can't see it. I can't see it. Basically, it's cool, it's fine, okay? King of Swords, Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, it's fine. But what is actually going on? What's going on in terms of, yeah, okay, all right, I see this. Someone or something is going to wind you the fuck up this weekend and get you all like confused about what your role is in a relationship, and your contribution to a relationship. Or this might be you doing it to someone else as well. Sorry, I've got to say it. Who knows? But there's going to be tussles about who gets their way. Do you get your way? Do they get their way? Or do you somehow just end up like going down the beach together and sulking because it wasn't really what either of you wanted to do? I don't know. Of course I don't know. But what's underneath all this is fine. It's absolutely fine. And there's good energy here. There's good energy coming in, and quite powerful and authoritative energy coming here. And I would say even energy coming in here with the Knight of Wands to actually like just baff some of this out the way. Seriously. I do see someone or something trying okay, pulling your blinking string. Something's going to be pulling your string, and it's going to be about what your responsibilities are and whether or not you are rising to them, whether or not you are fulfilling them. And I think it's a wind up. I think it's a wind up. I've got to say it. Right, I'm going to pull one from Kuan Yin. Now, I don't think Kuan Yin does wind ups. So in the UK, a wind up means that it's somebody's yanking your chain, man. Because this is fine. This is fine. And the Fool in reverse here is the key to power. It's just saying, don't go there. Don't go there. But this push-pull here of how the individual works in the collective and how the collective influences the individual, and all this is getting more and more intense every time I attempt to do this reading. It's the same thing coming up again and again, and that really, really does strike me. And also the juxtaposition of the wonderful positivity of these cards, juxtaposed with this horrible sort of tortuous rabbit hole here of these two cards. And the key to power of the Fool in reverse is like, do not go into that, do not go into that good night. Do not go down that rabbit hole. Like, just don't go there. Don't go there. Go to the beach. Okay, there it is. Go to the beach. Seriously, you don't need it. Yeah. Now look. Come on, focus. The slave dances into freedom. She's going to the beach, all right? She has been set free by her owner. She's been given the golden ticket of freedom, and she is so delighted. She is dancing into the evening or the dawn or whatever time of day it is. We don't know, but she's got her ticket. What Bob Marley used to call a suffer ticket. She's got her certificate, okay? She's got a certificate of freedom. She's got her papers. She has been liberated. She's going to the beach, all right? Go to the beach. Right, let's pull. This is a wind-up. Someone's yanking your chain. Someone's yanking your chain about what you are supposed to be doing. Within the relationship, whatever setup this is, whether it's a family thing or a boyfriend girlfriend thing or a partner thing or a friends thing, whatever it is, someone's yanking your chain and making out like there's something wrong about what's going on with your place as an individual within the collective. And the only reason people ever yank people's chains on that matter is because they want things their own way. I'm losing patience with this. Right, let's have a look. Globo Solare, Globo Lunae. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I mean, it was going to be 50-50. Globo Solare, go to the beach. If somebody tries to pull you into, I mean, obviously that's metaphorical. If somebody tries to pull you into some great big bloody debate about what you are supposed to be doing with, really, for them, right? Just don't go there. Don't go there. Show some generosity if you like. Generosity of spirit, as we were talking about yesterday. Show some generosity of spirit. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You are as strong and incisive as the King of Swords. You've got your freedom ticket. You don't need this. You really, really don't need it. And you actively, Globo Solare, do not need this. Basta così. I'm going to the beach. See you later. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I can't believe I actually managed to do it. I've been sitting here for about like an hour and a half. Anyway, listen, please like, please share, please subscribe. Have a fantastic weekend, whatever you're doing. And look how she's dancing. Look, she's so happy. She's got her freedom. This is wunderbar. Yeah, please leave a comment if that would please you to do so. And if you would like a private reading or to make a donation to the channel, all the information you need is in the description box below. Right, have a wonderful time. Enjoy the beach. Cheers. Bye-bye.